bro, off my chest. Hey, this is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, and this is Jason, the lucky bastard, Youthable, coming at you live from the West Coast. And this is the Fantasy Red Zone. Jason, we are watching the game right now, the Eagles versus the Packers. And the one thing I can tell you about to not overreact to this season, Jason, offensive lines are not going to look good for maybe a month. Both offensive lines looked terrible last night. Both the Chiefs and the Ravens, terrible. And then tonight, man, you see the offensive lines tonight, not great. So to me, I'm not making any huge assessments on anybody. It kind of sucks, man, but these offenses are not going to start clicking for a while. How do you feel about that?
So I know I texted you before halftime, and I was like, I've never seen so many illegal formations in a game.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Let alone in the first half. I was like, oh, my God, every time. I was like, you guys are professionals. I need you to start acting like it. I tell you what, though, I think that game for the Ravens is probably going to be the worst game they play all year, though. They got out of the way week 1.
But, hey, if you're still listening to us, this is our rankings show live. You can ask us, man, should I start this person? Should I start this person? Who knows? Guess what? We do. I've been drinking. I've been thinking. It gives me all the confidence in the world to make the right calls, Jason. I will tell you who to start. Anyways, so live ranking show tonight. We're going to share with you every single position and go through that. We also have our news and brews. I've got the brews. I've got the news. I'll share that with you in a second. But before we get into all that, this show needs help, man. We need to get out to many people. You guys have been doing awesome, putting thumbs up on this show so far. Please continue to do that. I talked to a YouTube representative today. We're trying to get pushed out more. Anyways, dude, that will help us. Thank you so much. Hey, shout out to Harold Gorman. Shout out to Cardamario, our Patreons. Other than that, Jason, I know I'm already talking a lot about how it helped the show, but how can the public help this show?
Well, if you made it this far and enjoy two friends talking about fantasy football and giving their insight, then go ahead and press the subscribe and hit the likes. We like the likes. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about our rankings. This is my first time doing a rankings episode like this live, Tyler. I'm nervous. I'm sweating over here. That it's also 100 degrees, but
welcome to my world, dude. Every Sunday morning.
And then if you want to keep listening to us, like on the way to work or on the way to the gymnasium, we're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we have a Patreon. If you can afford it, please help us out. I want to do this full time. I want this to be my full-time job.
Oh, man. Jason. All right, let's get into the news and brews. First up, it's kind of just like a soft recap of last night's game. Not a lot of news that you haven't heard before since our last start and sit episode. Go check that out. We named 8 players to start, 8 players to sit. So far, I don't think. You said to start Xavier Worthy, Jason? I think that was your pick.
Yeah.
So shit, dude. Go back and watch that episode. But anyways, man, soft recap. Rashee Rice, Jason, had 33% target share. And I do want to point out, did you see Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico totally downplay Rashee Rice's 8 felonies or some shit like that? It was like the beginning of the game, and they're like, usually they go on exempt lists, but that's for domestic violence. This is something totally different. It's like, motherfucker, this guy almost killed people. All right, that's some violence, and that might be domestic. So it's like, I don't know, dude. The way that they downplayed that Rashee Rice situation was kind of crazy to me last night.
I know. And then, like, Rashee Rice, do they forget that he walked away from the scene of the crime?
Well, you know what they said? People were giving Rashee Rice, like, man, he's amazing. And they're like, yeah, he really knows how to go fast and weave through traffic. It's like, that's true.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, Rashee Rice. So
he aims for
drafted him in the
contract.
4th. Yeah, and I drafted him in the 4th round. I think I ranked him right behind Mike Evans. And yeah, dude, that's what you're gonna get when he plays. All right, I mean, he's a top 12-ish wide receiver to me, and that's what you're gonna get. It could have been a lot better because Patrick Mahomes didn't have to throw the ball at all. Their time of possession just sucked. Anyways, Jason Lamar ran the ball 16 times. He averaged 9.3 rushes per game over the last 2 seasons. This is a product of that bad offensive line. It's the worst offensive line they put up in a while, the newest offensive line they put out in a while. I do believe that the Ravens will get that right by, a quarter of the season or something like that. So I'm not too concerned. But dude, this is what they were playing from behind, Jason, all game. That's not going to happen like 99% of the time with the Ravens. This was just a product of the conditions and the situation last night.
Yeah, I think the total amount of rushes they had in that divisional game in the playoffs was 16. And then Lamar Jackson just matched that on Thursday night. And, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, he had to run the ball a lot. What it did, a lot of kind of play action RPO type stuff. Jaden Reed just scored a touchdown.
Hey, chocolate girl, what's up? Let's go Hurts. Hey, dude. I actually really like Jalen Hurts, and I hope he gets a new head coach soon. I'll tell you that much. I see Nick Sirianni on the sideline. I'm like, dude, for some reason, that guy just looks like such a DB, if you know what I'm saying, man. So, yeah, I do not like I don't like Nick Sirianni, and I love Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a serious dude. What's up?
It was I just said Jaden Reed just scored a touchdown. He just took 30-yard rush to the house.
And real fast on this game, since we're watching this game, Jaden Reed, Jason, has not been in on a lot of plays, but you saw it, dude. When he gets the ball, he scores touchdowns. So whatever, man. Yeah,
they had another touchdown that he scored call back. But what I was kind of saying earlier was that the Chiefs actually really shut down Derrick Henry yesterday. So he took control. The passing game wasn't there for him, so he just ran, and he actually did pretty well. And this is actually surprising to me because the amount of weight that he actually trimmed off this offseason, I didn't think he was going to try to run the ball that much more. So 16 rushes is still pretty impressive.
Yo, chocolate girl, I think you liked. Thank you so much for liking. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show, man. Or woman. I say man to women and men, so don't take that personal.
Whoa.
At my coworker, I'm like, hey, man, back off. It's a woman. Okay. Anyways, Jason, continuing on. Chris Jones lined up at edge 42% of his snaps last night, compared to his 18% last season. I noticed, man, they were pointing it out in the broadcast, Jason. At the last second, he would change where he was lining up. And like I said, that was a huge issue last night going against Chris Jones. That offensive line is 3 of the people were brand new. All right. So I am buying all Ravens right now. I'm buying maybe not Andrews so much because of the situation there. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, Jason, it was just that Chris Jones has just exacerbated the issue that most offenses are going to have for the first month.
Did you see how he did against Justice Hill in those final 2 plays? Dude, Hill kind of held his own against them.
No shit.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll go watch that block over Sean Merriman. We got Maurice Jones-Drew, dude, blocking Sean Merriman back in the day. I'm like, holy shit. I own Maurice Jones-Drew, and I was like, I heard about this block, and I had to go watch it. Jason. Oh, yeah. Anyways, Andrews had a 72% route participation to likely 69%. Kelsey had 4 targets. The storyline to me was that Andrews is more hurt / that defense was really kind of swarming around him, but likely is still good, Jason. I think that likely is so good. This is his 3rd season. I've been talking about him for 2 years, Jason. He is so good. They have to involve him in the game plan. He's like their wide receiver 2, where Andrews is their tight end. Bateman's their wide receiver 3. So the way I see it, oh shit. What was I saying? Oh my God. The way I see it, oh yeah. Andrews' upside just went out the window. So Andrews can still be a top 5 tight end because tight ends really don't have that much upside anyways. There's only a couple. But as far as upside for Mark Andrews, no more. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. This is something that we kind of talked about on later episodes or past episodes. Harbaugh has mentioned multiple times that he wants to get likely involved. I mean, we see how talented he is.
I heard it, Jason, but I was like, dude, how many times they're going to have to block with this offensive line and stuff? Like, how are they going to do this?
Really?
So, yeah, I had Mark Andrews ranked as my number 2 tight end going into the season.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, dude. I'm with you. I didn't think I likely was going to be like this. I still think what you said, Tyler. I think he might be a little bit more injured than we
Well,
thought.
would you trade for Mark Andrews, Jason?
I guess depends what I'm really giving up, but
Well, I'm
I
trying to
think.
trade for Derrick Henry. Would you trade me Derrick Henry?
Oh no, why would I do that?
I'm trying to trade for Zay Flowers. Dude, that fool looked electric,
Don't
but
you have Zay
he got
Flowers?
like 30 yards. What'd you say?
I know. He had like 6 receptions for 30 yards. I'm like, bump
But
those up. Those are rookie numbers.
dude, the Ravens are gonna dominate most teams, man. So it's gonna be way different. And like I said, Lamar does not the Ravens play completely different against the Chiefs, other than any other team. And it was
They
the
got
first game of the year.
outcoached. They got outcoached again.
All right, Jason. And then 52% of Baltimore plays were in 12 personnel. That was more than any other game last season. That means 2 tight ends. So they are changing. To me, that means that likely will still be involved every single week. So, like I said, Andrews' upside is gone. And then Ron Staley flagged 4 times, Jason, in the first half for the illegal formation.
Dude.
And then I was like, dude, the Chiefs were doing that shit every play with Jawan Johnson, whatever this fool's name was, dude, that right tackle they got from the
Jawan Taylor.
Jawan Taylor, dude, was doing that shit every play. And I was like, dude, call it on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think his is like more of a false start, though, right? Moves like
he was lined up. No, his is both, dude. He lines up so far back and he false starts. They called him for the false starts.
I just hope that, like, it's also week 1 jitters and like it did not seem like a hardball team last night.
Yeah. Well, for the first month, Jason, they're going to drill this in because this was a big deal last year. So they're going to call the shit out of this for a month, and then they're going to go light on it. Jason, also, let's see. First game with the new kickoff rules. There were 11 kickoffs, 9 touchbacks, and there was a return of 28 and 29 yards. There was supposed to be way more action, right, on kickoffs. That's what I was expecting. That's what everybody was telling me. And, I mean, look at this game, dude, and look at that game last night. Kickoffs might be dead still.
Yeah, maybe they just need some time to adjust. I don't know. I wasn't really the formation of the kickoff is not sexy, so I look away.
All right, Jason. Hey, T. Higgins. Who have I been pushing for over a month, Jason? A month and a half, maybe?
Yoshivas.
They call him Yoshi. So now I know how to pronounce his name. Yoshivas. And that reminds me of when I watched the league. It's like the Shiva. They all play for the Shiva. Shiva Kamina. Shiva Kamini.
Yeah, but isn't that also like drugs? They call it like heroin Shivas, right?
Dude, I don't. I tried.
We don't support that here at this channel,
all that
dude.
stuff, but I can't. I don't even know where to get it.
We don't support heroin. No.
Except for that, hard H is a hard no. But Jason, what was they saying? Oh yeah, I said, oh yeah, Yoshivas. But yeah, dude. So Higgins, he said he felt like the best of his best he's ever felt, right? Best condition of his life. And then the next day he comes up on the injury report for a hamstring, and he's doubtful. So don't expect Higgins to play. And then Jason, Jamar Chase says that he's still unsure if he's going to play without a contract, and that he's a game time decision. And if he does play, he's going to be limited. So Yoshivas climbed up my rankings. You should go run and pick him up. I mean, I'm in 2 leagues. I drafted him in both leagues. So good luck. Good luck. But, yeah, man, I've been pushing that fool for a while. Top 20 wide receiver, man. Top 15 this week, probably, maybe.
I'm not sure if I read something different, but I thought I saw Jamar Chase saying, like, he's going to play this year either way, with contract or not, eventually.
Well, and Justin Jefferson was trying to talk him into it. He's like, don't let it get into your greatness, man. Like, you're young. You have a great quarterback. Like, make the Hall of Fame and then worry about your money, you know? But,
yeah.
I understand. And then, hey, speaking of money, Jason, Pat Freiermuth, we love Pat Freiermuth around here until I saw the quarterback play for the Steelers over the preseason. Okay. But still, Pat Freiermuth, 4-year, $48 million extension, Jason. Pat Freiermuth is the guy to own over there. I don't want anybody but Pat Freiermuth on that team, on my fantasy team.
Yeah, and Wilson is questionable, right?
Wilson is probably not going to play, dude. He says he's iffy.
Well, Justin Fields threw the ball to Cole Kmet like 100 times last year.
Was pretty good with him, so
this might work out to my favor.
May the odds be ever in your favor, Jason. All right, man. Ramsey, highest paid cornerback for the second time. So that is quite the achievement, Jason, to be the highest paid cornerback 2 times. 2 times. So, yeah, man, I mean, they know what they're doing because they've got 2 of the best wide receivers in the league. So they see Jalen Ramsey up against that all the time. So who's going to know better than the Dolphins? Good for Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. I mean, he's not as good as he used to be, but I guess he's still pretty damn good if they really want to keep him on the team. Let's see if he's there in 2 years, huh?
Hey, Devonta Smith, man, finally making some shit happen. Again, I'm on Devonta Smith over AJ Brown, and I'm going to probably try to trade for some Eagles after this game. D-Hop, Jason, DeAndre Hopkins says he's trying to come back and play from a torn MCL. We heard that he got injured. Oh, he injured his knee. He'll be back in 4 weeks. That fool tore his MCL. So we all need to boost Ridley up our rankings. I don't want to, but we have to.
Who they got this week? The Bears?
Yeah.
Do you still believe in Ridley when they're facing the Bears, the up-and-coming Bears?
I'm thinking, I don't know, man. Dude, yeah. But the top cornerback for the Bears is awesome. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. So,
and the Titans have Will Levis, your favorite quarterback.
Dude, I don't like any of that. But usually when I don't like certain people at that level, they do better than I think. So I should just shut up. All right, Jason. Last thing, Keenan Allen is listed as questionable. I hate that. I'm all about Caleb Williams this year, and Keenan Allen. I've been playing. I put in some trades. I traded Aaron Jones, Jason, for Devon Achane, and Keenan Allen is the highest rated player on Madden for the Bears.
Oh yeah,
not the highest rated player. He's the highest rated wide receiver.
Yeah, he's the most, I would say, skilled receiver out of them, but he's not the quickest anymore. He's not the fastest. So
we need to bring in some Madden stats into our show.
Yeah, and you got Madden, so now you can throw it in there.
When I was like, should I spend $70 on this? I was like, should I or should I not? Then I was like, you know what? Jason said, blah 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 blah. Just buy this. And I was like, all right, I'll buy. You were a big influence. And then also, Jason, I usually like physical copies, but why get a physical copy of Madden 25 when you turn it in next year? It'll be worth $3.
Store credit. Barkley just scored another touchdown.
Dude, Saquon Barkley, man. Was it a rush or a pass?
A rush.
Was it long?
10 yards out.
Well, I have him ranked second, so let's get into this right now. Let's just get into the rankings, all right?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to share, or do you share, Jason?
I don't have the rankings.
Screen rankings. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. Ooh, those are running backs. You know what? Let's go over running backs first. What do you think about that, Jason?
Those are running backs. Yeah, that's cool.
I was going to do quarterbacks, but I'm like, dude, fucking Saquon Barkley. I had Saquon ranked second this week, and guess what, Jason? You had him ranked 8th. Whoa, somebody's wrong, motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see how the other 7 do. Big games. Breakout games.
Big games. Breakout games. You're beautiful. All right.
So far.
There you go. So we're going to start with the running backs. I'll just put this up. RBs, because I'm not going to write down everybody. For God's sakes. At least you know what we're doing. All right. So first up, I mean, you and I are both hand in hand on Christian McCaffrey. Bijan, we're a little different. But yeah, Jason, Saquon is our first big difference. I had him at 2. You had him at 8. Together, we have him ranked 4th overall. And then Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Jason, who is Jonathan Taylor without the Thomas. And then you were really high on Rachaad White. How do you feel about Rachaad White against Washington? Is it because they allowed them 5 more points than anybody else per game last year?
Yeah, and I still think he's going to receive. I still think he's going to receive a big. He's going to receive a big load. it being week 1, I guess we're really just waiting to see how much are they really going to use of Bucky Irving. And right now, from what my understanding, I don't see this being a 50-50 split. So I'll need to see it before I believe it. So I still think it's going to be a majority of Rachaad White, who played okay this preseason. He had a touchdown. Let's just say he's going up against a bad run defense, and he has a good chance of putting up numbers again.
I mean, I have Gibbs ahead of Rachaad White. I've got Henry, who I was wrong about, but if the game plan is what it is, dude, he's going to get 3 touchdowns a game. And I've got Kyren ahead of Rachaad White and Jacobs ahead of Rachaad White. Watching this game, I do want to say about Jacobs. I was all about Jacobs 2 years ago with Nick Bosa talking about him and everything, and that's when he was the number 1 running back. He does not look the same on this. He did not look that great tonight, Jason. I don't know if it's the field conditions or what.
It could be. This field looks like it sucks.
I know. But then you see Saquon Barkley. What the fuck is this guy doing, man?
Hey, he just ran straight. Oh, dude, Saquon Barkley, his first touch of the game, he slipped in the backfield. Minus 3 yards.
Jason, you are way lower on Kyren. You are higher on Achane. Again, if you have any questions about these rankings, or you can just see this and take a screenshot, whatever. Let's see, dude. Aaron Jones. I'm actually super high on Aaron Jones at the Giants because the Giants fucking suck. Like, the time of possession is going to be Minnesota. I don't know how it's not going to be. And then let's see what else. Oh, Jason, I do want to talk about Raheem Mostert. And so you have Achane, right?
Yeah.
Ranked at 7, and you have Raheem Mostert ranked at 10. I have Mostert ranked at 24 at home against Jacksonville. That's probably way too low. But there's so many number 1 running backs ahead of him. I just kind of put that in.
Yeah. I also probably ranked him pretty high, but if he's going to continue to be the goal line back and he's getting multiple goal line carries a game, there's a good chance he could score like 18 points with 2 touchdowns, So that's why.
Yeah. And you and I both feel that Jacksonville is going to be a bounce back team this year.
Yes, but not their defense.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying they're going to be scoring more points. Big Rod, let's go, Hurts and Smith. Hey, what's up, Big Rod? Big Rod? Dude, I drafted Isaiah Likely last round. Yeah, you should have had him on the bench. Don't beat yourself up about that, the legend. Don't worry about that, man. You're good there. Again, man, if you have any start-sit questions, just throw them out there. We're just going over our rankings, so. But yeah, dude, hey, this is kind of how to show you how subjective rankings are. Jason and I literally talk fantasy football like hours on every single day, man. We're sitting there playing Apex Legends. We're talking fantasy football because we don't want to talk about Apex Legends because it'll just turn into how bad I am. All right. I'm like, crypto. Thank God crypto's invisible. They're nerfing that. All right.
Are they really? They're going to nerf it?
Yeah, they're taking the invisibility out of crypto, Jason.
Jeez, dude. Give the guy a break.
Montgomery, Jason, he was one of my starts of the week. And you have him ranked 27th. So that is a flex play for you. You do not think that he's going to be a running back 2 for you this week?
I mean, you kind of convinced me otherwise. What was it, Wednesday's episode when you were talking about how there's a good chance that they may slowly bring in Gibbs because of the hamstring? And I'm like, oh, damn, maybe I do have him ranked a little bit too low.
I mean, I have him as my start of the week, but I was like, I can't put him above Zamir. I should put him above. I should probably put. I don't know, dude. Once I see James Cook in a real live situation, I will put him down. But until I do, I've got to put him up. And I mean, and you can't put him above Mixon, Pacheco, Mostert, Connor. I love Aaron Jones, so I just didn't know where to put him. All right, and then let's see what else, Jason. You did not have Ford ranked. Do you want to tell me why you did not have Ford ranked? I have him as 23. I love Ford, and I love Kevin Stefanski and that offensive line. He did come from the Vikings, but man, they have had a great run game since he went to the Browns.
Yeah, I like Ford, Jerome Ford. I do. I like him a lot, actually. I'm not really liking this game to be very high scoring. I think it's going to be a really low defensive game, and I don't see much happen to be with Ford running against that Cowboys defense.
So, Jason, how did Green Bay score so far? They've got 18 points. They scored with Jaden.
Oh,
Jaden
dang.
Reed.
I missed it.
What?
I couldn't tell. My screen is so small on the shared screen now. I can't really see who.
They've got Jaden Reed on the big screen right now. What happened? Did he score again?
Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah.
Was it 2-point conversion? Maybe.
No. Here he goes. He just scored like a 50-yard touchdown.
He just scored a 50-yard touchdown.
Well, Jason, all right. Okay. So it's time to admit our mistakes. All that preseason hype about I had Jaden Reed up there with Jason, right? And then because I was like, it all depends on which wide receiver you think is going to be the number 2 wide receiver. Then I heard all the preseason hype, Jason. I put Dobbs. I switched Dobbs and Jaden, and it looks like I was wrong. Jason, congratulations.
I mean, no, let's give it more time. This is just one game, dude. It's just one game.
Dude, Jaden Reed's been finding ways to score for fucking 18 weeks. 19 weeks now.
Wicks had a drop. He targeted Watson in the end zone. That just didn't work out. Even Dobbs. Reed's the only one who's actually able to catch it right now.
Jaden Reed should have 3 touchdowns right now?
No.
He had one call back, and then he had 2 more?
Yeah, he had 1 call back, and then he had a rushing touchdown, and then he just did like a whatever that was, a 40-yard.
So he should have 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
Dear God, dude. What the hell's going on around here? Now, the Eagles' secondary is the worst in the league, pretty much. But we need to pay attention to Jaden Reed, all right? All right, that's kind of screwed me up right now. All right, continuing on, Jason. Our huge difference was on Chase Brown, dude. You had Chase Brown at 28. I have him at 40. And then where's Zach Moss? Moss. So you have Moss at 26 and then Chase Brown at 28. It's just that is it because you think there's not going to be many wide receivers and they're going to run the hell out of the ball and it's going to be 50-50?
I mean, who's to say right now that he doesn't get more opportunities than Zach Moss?
There was an article that came out, was it yesterday, from one of the coaches saying that Zach Moss is going to be the fucking dude. I can't remember. But again, who's putting out these articles? And it was
No, I mean, I totally get that. Tajay Spear out-snapped Derrick Henry last year. Who's to say that's not going to happen with Chris Brown? I mean, he took all the freaking training camp first reps preseason. He's looked great. I definitely think he's going to be the pass-catching running back in that team. If Joe Burrow is going to be throwing the ball 40 times and he's on the field, I don't know. I think don't I have him kind of
bench with 22 points? God,
don't I have him back-to-back, almost like Zach Moss and Chase Brown?
Yeah.
I mean, it's also I can't even.
Big Rod, don't beat yourself up, man. I would not have started Jaden Reed over Neighbors. I'm a Vikings fan. I would have started Neighbors all day. So yeah, don't worry about that. All you can do is control what you can control, Big Rod. You know, like I'm saying, the odds are that Malik Neighbors is going to score more points than Jaden Reed. It didn't work out that way, but I mean, the odds were in your favor. I've said that twice. It's Game of Thrones shit, dude. All right, man. Jason,
tell me how you feel. Yeah.
Tell me how you feel. And then, I've got the last, 10 people ranked. You can take a look at that. And if you want me to email this shit to you, just comment down below or comment after the live chat. And I'll email this shit to you if you want it. Okay, Jason. So we went over running backs. Let's go over quarterbacks. Let's change it up. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, so we're going to quarterbacks now. Okay.
Quarterbacks. I'm gonna erase this, and I want you to talk about Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud. Do you have CJ Stroud? Well, actually, I want you to. What's your logic behind CJ Stroud at number 2?
Well, they're going against the Texans, and the Texans last year gave up the most rushing touchdowns to quarterbacks. I think it was 9 or 10. And last year in the full games that Richardson played in, he averaged 10 rushing attempts per game. So I think there's a very good chance that we're going to see a rushing touchdown, maybe even multiple, from Richardson.
So last year, Jason, I my advice was to draft an elite quarterback and then draft Anthony Richardson late. And I was about to just trade Jalen Hurts, and then Anthony Richardson went out forever, pretty much the entire year. But yeah, dude, Anthony Richardson, talk about rushing touchdowns. We are going to see, but this is going to be the first time they played Jonathan Taylor with Anthony Richardson. That's the caveat there. So who is going to get the goal line carries? Are they going to run Anthony Richardson as much around the goal line? I do see it between the tackles. I mean, not between the tackles, between the 20s, but maybe not on the goal line because that's just guaranteed contact. And that fool got injured so much. So that's where I'm a little bit. I've got him ranked 6th. What's up?
Oh, so you're saying they're not going to use him around the goal line?
I think I think that's what we need to find out. I don't know what they're going to do.
Right. Well, I don't think they drafted him for his accuracy.
Well, they're going to run the hell out of him between the 20s is what I'm saying. But like when they get on the goal line, it's just fucking that fool. I mean, I owned him. He got injured 3 out of 4 games or 4 out of 5. I don't even know, dude. 4 out of 4.
Tyler, if you're right about that, dude, this is something that you're going to have to bring up like all of last season too. That's huge, Tyler. That's huge.
It's huge. That's huge. It's huge.
That's what she said.
I'm doing this fucking Trump. All right, man. Mahomes, we had ranked. I had him ranked 4th. Mahomes, to me, like I said, ever since they got Xavier Worthy, I changed my mind about Mahomes. Moved him up like 10 rankings. Jason, you have Burrow ranked 10th. Did you factor in the wide receivers?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's my issue right now. I was like, I don't care about T. Higgins missing a game. That's not a big deal to me. Because Burrow, to me, is like on a revenge tour. He had his full first camp. I totally believe in Burrow this year. But if Jamar Chase plays 1 quarter, yeah, I should be moving him down my ranks. So that news came out today. This is the one ranking I'm very, very unsure about right now is Burrow at 3. I love Burrow at 3 if Jamar Chase plays a whole game. And even with Yoshivas, that's great. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty concerned, Jason, if Jamar Chase doesn't play with Joe Burrow's ranking there. And then
there's a good chance we won't have Joe T. Higgins or Jamar Chase.
Yeah, no shit, dude. And then Kyler Murray versus Buffalo. Buffalo's defense is kind of like hit or miss as well. They just got as soon as they lost that linebacker last year, they were not very good at defense. And that guy just got injured for the season like a month ago. So now I'm like, how do I really factor this in? But Kyler Murray, from all accounts, is dialed in and should be amazing. Let's see, Jason. Stafford, dude, I actually have ranked 11th because he's going home to Detroit. And if you look for 5 weeks straight, Jason, that fool scored 21 fantasy points plus when he's fully healthy with 2 healthy wide receivers. Like when Cooper Kupp wasn't healthy, he'd score like 18, 19 points. Puka would go off. But with 2 healthy wide receivers, it was over 20 points every time. And he's available on our waiver wire. And I swear to God, dude, if it wasn't for Yoshivas and Vidal, I would be owning his ass right now.
Yeah, look at the weapons that he has on his team, too. And we already know how the Lions' secondary is pretty garbage. Yeah, I probably should have him a little bit higher.
I mean, because I was just like, dude, this is the highest scoring game of the week. He's got 2, and especially where you rank the wide receivers. We'll talk about that later. I was like, how is this guy not like ahead of Goff, ahead of this? I do have Goff ranked ahead because at home, in a dome, that full score is like 25 points a game. So I do believe that he will be better than that. And then I do have him ranked ahead of Dak because Dak at Cleveland, I think could turn into a disaster, Jason. Like if Cleveland decides to just take Lamb out of the game, I don't know what's going to happen with Garrett. What's his name? Myles Garrett?
The lineman, the defensive end? Yeah.
I hope eventually he gets a hold of fucking Mason Rudolph and kills his ass. All right, Jason.
Yeah, what do I have Dak at 3rd? Oh, we kind of got him in the same. Wait,
where's my impression of Mason Rudolph?
Oh, I can't see. On 12. Oh, we got him in the same spot, just about. Yeah. There's a good CeeDee Lamb has not played football at all this offseason. So who's to say he doesn't come back all rusty? They're going in Cleveland. Cleveland already has a good defense. And last year, Dak they had some blowout games, I guess, where they didn't really need Dak to throw, the ball 40 times. But just imagine if they're able to actually get the running game going, they're not going to rely on Dak. So you're right. Take out CeeDee Lamb, and Dak can have a down game.
Jason, I'm going to tell you 2 ranks I like of yours. I like your Purdy rank. You weren't afraid to rank that full low at home against the Jets with a returning Ayuk. And then also Geno Smith. I want to rank this fool so high, but until I see it, I can't believe it. I got to see what this college coach does, man. I got to see what this college Ryan Grubb or whatever his name is, offensive coordinator from Washington. I need to see what he does. But in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, dude, Geno Smith could have 40 fucking points. So I don't know how to draft. You are braver than I am in a couple of these positions.
Yeah, I'm a little bit higher on the Seahawks this year just because of the players that they have and the offensive coach. I watched this guy in the Pac-12 last season just tear through it all. If they're going to be more like 3 wide receiver sets, like Geno Smith, all you have to do is be accurate, dude. Just be accurate. He was accurate before. I think he actually put up some points. Do I think they're going to win a lot of games? Not really. I think they're going to be in a lot of battles, and they're going to have to throw the ball quite a bit. So I think Geno Smith has the potential to put up what I had. So half. Quarterback 15 this week.
Olaf. What's up, Olaf? Thank you, man. Olaf, you're the man, dude. I should have got you in that. I should have got you in the listener league, but didn't work out. But hey, man, next year you're on the #1 list for the fucking listener league. All right.
I almost didn't want to play, Olaf. They said you weren't in it. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be in it either, dude.
Oh, fuck this, dude. Occupy. Jason, what am I doing, man?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, rankings. Olaf. Let's see what Olaf said. Olaf just replied. I had Worthy, dude. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, fucking smart people had Worthy. I wanted to get Worthy, and then Rice became available. I drafted Rice everywhere. And so I had to forget about Worthy because I'm not getting 2 wide receivers from the same team. Jason, I do want to say you ranked Daniel Jones on the top in a 2 quarterback league. You believe in Daniel Jones.
I believe in Malik Neighbors.
Dude, I cannot wait to see Malik Neighbors. He's probably one of my most anticipated players to watch this season. All right, guys, that is the quarterbacks. Let's get into wide receivers. Jason, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So first up, the big difference we have is Rashee Rice. Jason, when I think about Rashee Rice, I had him ranked right behind Mike Evans. I have him as a low-end wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2. That's where I had him ranked. So I kept him there, even though, I didn't change. I knew what happened in the game. I just kept the ranking. I kept the rankings the same. What did you see about Rashee Rice? Did you see the second half of last year or what?
I saw him catch a lot of balls.
Oh, my God. Oh, you owned him, dude.
Yes, I did. I was a believer.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You had him ranked 14th. I thought you would have him higher. Yeah, this guy, like you said before, Tyler, he's going to control the under routes, man. That's exactly what they did last year. His average depth of target is so low because he would just catch every ball at the line of scrimmage and then rely on Yak, man. So in PPR, I don't think he only had probably 7 touchdowns last year, if I remember correctly, but he's going to get the receptions. He did come on a little bit late last year, but now he's going to have the full season, hopefully, pending suspension. But this guy's going to get you over 100 catches next year, even when Hollywood Brown comes back. So,
all right, Jay. Sorry, man. Oh my God, there's no breaks in these rankings show. There's no breaks. All right, dude. But yeah, so what you just talked about Hollywood? Oh, you talked about Rashee Rice?
Yeah.
So, just Peter Schrager. I texted you. I was like, this fool looks like Anquan Bolden last night, man. The way how physical he was. He takes underneath shit and just goes with it. They could have done that 15, 20 times to Rashee Rice. The same play. It did not matter. So, yeah, Xavier Worthy got the touchdowns last night. Against a shitty team, Jason, Rashee Rice will take that up the seam. That reminded me of Larry Fitzgerald kind of stuff, really. where he catches a slant and goes up the middle of the field for a 50-yard touchdown. So yeah, Rashee Rice to me is going to be a wide receiver, high-end wide receiver 2, low-end wide receiver 1 for reals. And I got him in the 4th round. I overpaid for him, but the people that were around him, I just didn't want. So whatever, dude. You got to get the people you want.
Yeah, there's a good chance he's going to end up as RB1 at the end of the year.
Wide receiver.
Yes, wide receiver. Sorry, wide receiver.
Yeah.
WR.
Then, let's see, Jason. Oh, Adams, Jason. I still have Devonta Adams, man. Like in full PPR, I see that guy getting, 13 targets, 14 targets from Gardner Minshew, and I'm probably tripping balls. So until I see it, I gotta have Adams, dude, like super high up because it's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to get the targets. That's why he's in the top 15. But how many of those is he going to be able to catch? I want to have to actually see how Minshew plays. I do not believe he's a much of an upgrade from O'Connell. So until I can see that he can actually connect with Adams, I'll start ranking him a little bit higher.
Yo, Big Rod, you went Rice too, man. I'm not bad. Hell no, dude. I got 18 points in my PPR league. I just hope the suspension doesn't come until next season. Yeah, if I spend a 4th round pick. But like I said, the players that were going in the 4th round to me all had huge question marks. So I mean that's a huge question mark was if he's going to be around. But if he sticks around all year, dude, he should have went in the 2nd, 3rd round. And so Big Rod, dude, Uncle Rico, let's go.
Uncle Rico, I know, dude.
Dude, one of the funniest things ever is watching Napoleon Dynamite throw that orange at Uncle Rico's van, and then they get out, they have a standoff. Shit's hilarious. All right, Jason.
How far do you think those mountains are? Quarter mile? I can throw a football over the mountains.
So, Jason, I want to bring up one thing about our rankings is that Cooper Kupp, Jason, in our rankings, you have 8th, I have 22. And I have a tendency to put number 1 wide receivers on their team ahead of any other number 2 wide receivers. But Cooper Kupp is one of my top number 2 wide receivers this year, Jason. And would it surprise you if he finished with more points than Puka Nacua? Probably not. All right. Probably not. Because he was there before Puka. He was a Puka before Puka. All right. And he was injured last year. So I like your bravery, Jason. But listen, you've got Puka, right? Ranked 7, Kupp ranked 8. How is Matthew Stafford not going to be an amazing quarterback this week?
He could be an amazing quarterback. He could also fumble the ball. He could also throw interceptions. You got to remember those turnovers, man, are -2 points. I think there's a good I was thinking about when I was doing this, I was thinking that Puka, he could get the reception, he could get the yards, but if I'm following the stats, that's all I have right now because these guys haven't played a game this year. Kupp still led in he led the team in red zone targets. He actually destroyed Puka in red zone targets. So
that's a good point, Jason. That's a good point. When I think about
okay. Go on.
I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
You're fine. No, I'm good.
I was just thinking when I think about Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, like all Puka's touchdowns are like from a ways out, right?
Yeah. What'd you say?
When I think about Puka Nacua's touchdowns last year, they were all from like a way out.
I think so. I think most of them, yeah. I can think but Tyler, you got to remember, he only had 5 receiving touchdowns last year.
That's crazy.
So like he just was not used in the red zone. That's the thing. Kupp is. So it's like I can see Kupp getting a couple of touchdowns. I can see Puka getting reception on the yards. There's going to be a lot of scoring in this game, man.
Sorry, I stepped on your toes, Jason. Speaking of toes,
it's okay.
You fucking Isaiah Likely, get your toes
size
cut.
12.
Get your toes cut. Are you size 12, Jason?
Yeah. What are you?
12. I thought I had a bigger foot than you.
You bitch.
You bitch. You're the reason I go to the van store and they don't have the vans I want.
I have a Sasquatch. I have a Sasquatch foot. I'm a wide foot. I'm a wide.
Oh, I'm narrow. I hate. Yeah, well, that's why I wear Converses and Vans, man. Because I'm narrow, but still, dude, I hate being a 12 because everybody's a 12, man. There's no shoes. There's no.
I wear the Converse, Tyler, but it's like my foot like overhangs the sole of it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
You're all trying to do squats, and they're like, I'm not an elephant, I'm a man.
I'm not
I'm not a
helpful.
monster, I'm a man.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Big Rod. He said, you guys are awesome. So glad I stumbled on the channel. Me too. We're glad to have you here, Big Rod.
Big Rod, dude. Woo! Thank you so much, man. That makes us happy because we're not getting pushed out to new people. So seeing new people on this is amazing.
Tyler even had to contact YouTube today and was all, what the fuck?
I'm like talking to AI. I'm like, hey, dude, what's
Yeah.
wrong? They're like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Thank you so much for contacting us. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Can you answer my, what's wrong? They're like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Anyways, dude, it's fucking AI, dude. Jason. So let's point out the last ranking that is really different. Like I said, dude, I had Jaden Reed ranked as my wide receiver 3 for the Green Bay Packers, Jason. Jason had him ranked as almost a wide receiver 2. All right, Jaden Reed, which is higher than anybody else I know. So, Jason, getting the good call on Jaden Reed. I did have, let me look at Dobbs, because if it wasn't for Dobbs, I would have switched it. I don't even, man, where do I have Dobbs? Oh, Dobbs, I had 44. I had Jaden Reed at 49. So, yeah. Anyways, Jason, thank you for being brave. You did a good job.
He's following the stats, man. I mean,
Braveheart, you Braveheart, man. You Braveheart.
You Braveheart. I'm Braveheart. I'm Braveheart.
I can clearly see that I went from 45 to 46 to 48 to 50. I love even numbers, apparently, at the end of this. I think I deleted a couple of people and forgot. Anyways. All right, dude. Let's wrap this up with some tight ends, Jason. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Who's talking to us?
Oh, no, it's Big Rod. Big Rod.
Man, Big Rod, dude. Had you been like this a month ago, we would have invited you to the listener league.
Yeah, for real.
We've been like, Rod, dude, you gotta join the listener league, man. We need 12 people. Oh my god. Jason, are we ever gonna allow 16 people in the listener league? Or are we gonna cap it off at 14?
Cap it off at 12, make another one.
Listener League 1. Good job. Listener League 2.
You're getting there.
All right, man. Hey, Listener League, our Listener League has actually been pretty awesome as far as the chat goes. You and I have been pretty active, man. And also you can see all the moves I make. I'm picking up Yosivas. I'm picking up I forget who I picked up, Jason Vidal and somebody else. Oh, Jordan Mason. Go out and pick up Jordan Mason with Christian McCaffrey's little calf injury. All rhymes, kind of. Christian McCaffrey. I had Mark Andrews and it hurts. Big Rod, dude. Do not give him up for cheap. If somebody tries to trade for him cheap, don't let it happen. I know it hurts, and I had him ranked as my second tight end going into the year, but I did not. I thought Isaiah Likely was just going to be kind of that backup tight end, but I think he's more injured than we thought. The Chiefs' defense is amazing. They did do a good job against him. But yeah, his upside is not what we thought it was going to be, but he can still be a top 5 tight end, so don't give up on him right now. Jason, speaking of tight ends, Laporta, you and I both have number 1. Kelsey, I had ranked number 4. And guess what, dude? It picked up right from where it did last time. He should be ranked past tight end number 10. He was tight end 12 or 13 for the whole half of the second half of last season. Now they have all these receptions. Dude, they've got Noah Gray they're throwing to now. They did last year a little bit, but now even more. Rashee Rice, that same role, Jason. So to me, Kelsey might be going out of the top 10 from now on.
He's older. Was he 35 now?
He got like 4 targets, 3 receptions, like 30 yards, dude.
Yeah, if Rashee Rice is doing as well as he did, it's going to hurt Travis Kelsey the most.
Let's see. I had a 12 past 12 man. The rosters get so thin, people abandon shit because he had no shit. He was double teamed half the night too. Yeah, exactly. So Big Rod, don't worry about it too much. That game was just the perfect storm for to buy low on Baltimore Ravens players. So don't give them up if you have them. So yeah, Jason Andrews, I had ranked high. It did not work out. George Kittle is kind of an enigma right now to me until I figure out that out. Trent Williams did sign, so we should have him ranked where we have him. I think that's okay. Jason, you and I both have Pitts ranked pretty high. Are you excited to watch how he does in this offense?
I am, and I'm starting to become a little hopeful. Like, this guy, we have him ranked 6. What's going to stop him from being tight end 1 at the end of the season or
Right.
week? At the end of the week, this is
Yeah,
this is a big fuck you game for the Falcons to the Steelers. Yeah, to what's that dude's name? Arthur Smith. They want to show we don't need you no more.
Jason, Arthur Sith. He's like dun 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 dun. No.
We need order. 66.
Hey man, I hope Samuel L. Jackson is alive. In that, they made some little short where he was alive, dude. He survived whatever he survived with his purple lightsaber.
Really?
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, I forget what that was. It was like a fan made shit, and then they were gonna make a second episode, and they didn't do it.
I think I've seen it. It was like something shards, like Star Theory.
Yeah, they
Star
looked down,
Wars
and it was like, and he was down there, like some Jedi was just killing everybody, and had a pearl, and it was a purple lightsaber, and then they cut it off.
Yeah. Okay, I remember. Good job. Good memory right there.
I need more power. Hey, Jason and Tyler have a movie recommended to you. Are you ready for it? Star Wars: The Battle for Endor. You might need to have some mental things to boost your mentality, but you could watch that. You could watch that movie, man.
Plants are acceptable for the movie. Some plants.
All right, man. But if you're looking at our tight ends, we're not ranking too many because you're not going to be starting 2 tight ends. We're not that kind of people. All right. So yeah, Laporta, McBride, Kelsey. I think that McBride probably will finish the year ahead of Andrews now. That is sad to say, but still. Kelsey, I think he's going to be going down in flames. So Ingram, Kittle, Pitts, Ferguson all have a huge opportunity here. And then, yeah, Jason, you and I did not differ whatsoever. I mean, not whatsoever, but within one ranking other than Andrews, Jason, all the way down. And let me look. We do have Jonnu Smith. I want to point that out. I have him ranked 17th. Jason has a 14th. Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry are somebody to keep your eye on if you do not have a tight end. And then I had Musgrave, Jason, ranked. I kept on wanting to rank higher because I'm at Oregon State. I went to Oregon State, dude. And Musgrave's an Oregon State guy. So I wanted to rank him higher, but his name was all over the first part of this broadcast. And I have not checked in on his stats yet, Jason.
I think I've seen him with like 1 catch so far, but that's just only from what I paid attention to.
Big Rod picked up Hawkinson and put him in his IR slot, Jason. That's a pretty amazing waiver wire you got over there.
That's what you got to do. They say he might be back week 5.
I forgot to give, one of my most important tips for fantasy football was to grab one player that is either suspended or injured for the first 4 games. You know what I'm saying? Because you get that discount. You make it through the first 4 games. People put such a discount on it, and then it ends up winning you the league, dude. Like Alvin Kamara to me last year was a godsend. I've got Jonathan Brooks this year. I've got Nick Chubb as well. In another league, I think those type of players are the type of players that you win leagues with, Jason.
Yeah.
I did last night at halftime. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, Nelly. Yeah, you're funny. All right, man. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Jason, hey man, that was our first live rankings show. I ended up sharing most of the screen because the way that we talk about it, and kind of scroll down is kind of the way it has to go, I guess. How did you feel about it?
I feel like when you're seeing it again a couple days later, it's like, man, I did have maybe some people a little too high, a little too low.
Well, I learned that. So, we've done our rankings every year before the season starts. But doing the overall rankings, man, I learned that like my mind changes a lot. And so, plus or minus 3 spots, 2 spots might be the case in a lot of spots. And then,
fuck.
So yeah, Jason, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. You go to sleep, man. You wake up at 2 a.m. You're on the toilet. You're like, holy shit, Josh Jacobs is gonna have an amazing year. Hey, Big Robe. Hey, man. When you watch this, comments are popping up on the screen, Jason. This is amazing. I should do that.
I just figured out that I could put that on there.
Hey, yo, Big Rod. Shout out to Big Rod. Thank you for helping carrying this show. Shout out to Chocolate Girl. Shout out to Olaf.
Yeah,
Shout
let's
out to
go.
all of our players in the listener league. Thank you for showing out. Get ready to get your ass kicked, dog. Jason, this is what? Hopefully we earned a thumbs up. Hopefully we earned a subscription, man. We need both of those things more than ever, man. If you like the show and you want more content, you got to do both those things and tell your friends to subscribe as well. We need to get big, just like Tom Hanks. All right. So, Jason, please send us out.
Tom Hanks, his career is kind of dying out, though. You know, like we want younger, like Philadelphia Tom Hanks, you know.
Or big. Jason, what about big Tom Hanks?
Big? Yeah.
That's what I was going at.
So what we got? We got nothing coming out Saturday, but then we got your live show Sunday morning. Matthew Berry. Damn, you can't even see his head on your screen, dude.
Fucking Matthew Berry, dude. Why
Looks
the
like
hell
his
are you still on TV? You're so lucky you got in early, man. Had we got in early, your ass would be grass, dude.
Yeah. Big Rod, subscribe. Hell yeah, he says he's going to be on next time. Appreciate
Big
that.
Rod, dude. Thank you so much, man.
Olaf, good times always. We love having you here,
Thank
dude.
you, Olaf.
Also, Monday, or no, actually, it's like Sunday. What? Usually do that like 4:45, Tyler, where you do the waiver wire. Make sure to check that out. What is on the TV?
I'm tripping out, dude. Hey, man. But yeah, hey, I will be coming in live on Sunday morning. I think it's 9:00. I can't remember what it is, dude. Something like that. Just to go over the news, weather, and all your start-sit questions, man. So tune in. All right? This is the Fantasy Red Zone, and we appreciate you. Later.
Deuces.